Welcome to a Drop Tent Media production.
You are stuck in another. We are going to kill you.
I'm so scared.
First off, let me tell you something. Bride of Chucky is the best Child's Play movie that there is. Period. Fight me on it.
So Heather, when you have your Halloween wedding,
Yo.
because you love Bride of Chucky,
Listen,
will you be wearing a leather jacket with your wedding dress or not?
I am gonna put in the tattoo and everything.
Oh, no.
Doc's leather jacket and the little Chucky tattoo. I'll see you on Halloween.
Are you going to have Nightmare Before Christmas paper plates at your wedding too?
All right, let's.
Or
not
are you
go
going to
that
have the
far.
plastic version?
Listen. To be determined. Depends on what's available at the Party City that day.
I bet you'll have that like spooky tablecloth that they have at the Halloween parties.
Excuse me, it's called creepy cloth. Right. If you're gonna disrespect me, you come correct. No, but really, we all know I love Bride of Chucky, but the rest of them, probably not.
It's all about that turkey baster scene from The Seed of Chucky.
No, no. So if your favorite movie is Child's Play, you definitely are having a wedding on Halloween.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But if you like Bride of Chucky, I'm gonna give you a pass on that.
Yeah, and especially if you like Bride of Chucky, you're literally going to dress like Tiffany.
Oh,
What is
whatever.
your
You're gonna have a
all-time
strong
favorite,
look
Anna?
on her. Well, my all-time favorite cheesy movie is Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
A great movie.
A classic.
And absolutely, I feel like this one is picking up too in like momentum a little bit.
Well, because it's been on Netflix for so long.
Because it's been on Netflix and it's on. It was on another one too. It was on Hulu for a little bit.
Well, my thing is with this, it's all about how the clowns move, and I do believe that they move in this way because those costumes are probably very heavy, and they probably had a really hard time carrying them around. I feel like the heads like gave these people back problems.
My thing, you know what my thing is? It's actually the head design itself. Like how they're all like lumpy and wrinkly,
Right?
and like that always just
Look at
set
him.
me. I love it. And the other thing was
The toilet one.
The toilet one was great.
Yes.
The ridiculousness of the cotton candy cocoons and them like just sticking the straws in these giant like light bulb looking things. And every time I rewatch this movie, I think of a recent movie that kind of took this shape and this cocoon idea and like made it creepy, which was Van Helsing.
Yeah.
When they have all of the like offspring and something that looks literally like the rows of cotton candy cocoons. Obviously, just not.
I have
cotton
to
candy.
tell you my favorite part of this.
Tell me.
It is the crooked sheriff.
Oh my god.
His overacting in this movie. He's like I can't remember if he called the guy a cocknose, like all this dumb shit.
Yeah, he was a lot.
He was doing a whole hell of a lot, but so was the other cop who's supposed to be the good cop. He was overdoing it as well. Cops in this movie are top notch, which is
Not something
not
you ever
something
thought you would
I ever
say
thought
in
I would
life.
say, but the cops in this movie are top notch. So is the acting of like the red herring character, that like kooky old man in the beginning with the dog.
With the dog.
He's like, "Where are you, you goddamn dog?" Like,
The
all
dog
fucking
like underneath the tent and
yes.
shit. Yeah.
It was something else, We also have to love the two guys in the ice cream truck just being so fucking excited about some cooch.
Just like really having the time of their life.
Driving the ice cream truck like it was fucking NASCAR.
There was a Monster Mania that the brothers that made Killer Clowns from Outer, they had a whole Killer Clowns reunion by accident with like the guests they had. I think 2 or 3 of the actors in this movie, and then they had all 3 brothers the Chiodo brothers that did this movie. And I ended up meeting them, and I walked up, and one of the things that they were selling at their table was cotton candy from the cotton candy cocoons. And it was packages of cotton candy that you could buy. So a friend of mine and a friend of yours as well, who is absolutely in love with this movie, I ended up buying her a package of the cotton candy from the cotton candy cocoon, and like it's signed by all the brothers and everything. But what a weird thing to just buy.
Yes.
They had packages of popcorn and packages of cotton candy from the cotton candy cocoons.
Is this it?
So it didn't actually look like that though. Like it was literally in a bag.
Like a vacuum seal bag.
Sort of. Like, you know when you go into a store and it's always some candy or some treat like popcorn or pretzels, like when you go to like a country store and it's in the clear packaging with the like
where it's like heat packed. It's like
sort
it's
of,
like
but it's like the cardboard at the top where it's just like
where it's like crimped.
yeah.
It's like crimped.
It was like that.
It was that. So it had like just the packaging
Ghetto
at
candies.
the top, the like, you know,
Hell
crappy.
yeah.
It was awesome though. I was like, this is what a fun thing. Like it's something different to be able to give a fan of the movies besides just like another poster that they have to try to like fit on their wall or find a frame for, like something tangible. Like, oh, this is my piece of cotton candy from the cotton candy cocoon. Like that's cool as shit.
Also, can we talk about one of the best theme songs
really
of all time? The whole song. It's almost as good as Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors does have ones too.
Yeah, it's almost as good as that. But this, top notch.
Yeah, that
send
shit
me in a book
slaps. Report. But speaking of awful Christmas movies, I also have a horrible Christmas movie that happens to be a classic, and that would be Santa's Sleigh, which features good old Bill Goldberg.
I gotta be honest with you, Bill Goldberg as Santa, the Santa Claus looks just like Tim Allen. As the
It
Santa
does,
Claus.
doesn't it? Doesn't it? It's just like if Tim Allen as Santa just went completely fucking
They
wrong.
said, let's make this Santa a little bit gray.
Yeah. And like he rips off his shirt at one point in this movie, and you know, people that don't realize who Bill Goldberg is, they're like, why the fuck did they make this Santa so jacked? For what reason?
Speaking of overacting,
He looks like an action figure in this. He looks like a fake action figure. He's just huge.
This Santa could definitely get the cooch.
Oh yeah, I
sure.
would absolutely.
Look at this shit. So good.
We love
2005 is a great year for a movie.
That's what I'm saying. Like 2005 of all things, like it's not a super old movie. It is just absolutely ridiculous.
This movie has everything.
It does.
Santa,
It's
low-rise jeans,
a
hair
strip
on
club.
fire. Look, there's the regular Santa Claus, equally terrifying. Your dad. Oh, not Kurt Russell.
Shit on my man Kurt Russell.
Oh my God, it is just.
There's something to be said about angry
Hold on,
Santas waiting to kill you.
is that James Caan?
Hold
Hold on. Hold on. Can you please look this up because my phone's over there? Is that the guy?
Listen, I'm
First of
telling
all,
you.
the dad from Elf. Secondly, the man. Isn't his name James Caan?
Telling you, this movie is a goddamn treasure.
I need to know.
I need to
immediately.
know. Are you Mark Antony? I wish.
I will have an answer for you as soon as possible. about whether or not
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed
it's
to be.
it's
okay.
Heather. She's supposed to tell me.
Wow.
See, isn't that him? The guy from Misery. This is important. I do. I love the gray hair Santa. They could not make him.
Listen, they said you're gonna be Snack Daddy.
I'm here for it.
I don't think I should ever say that again.
Snack Daddy.
Yeah, I
you
feel
heard
like
it here first. Santa
Maybe
Daddy.
that. No, I don't like Santa Daddy even more. And also, no.
It's not him. It
No,
looks just like him.
It does look just like him.
Oh
Yeah.
no, not the Hallmark movie special.
The Hallmark movie special.
Equally terrifying for different
This
reasons.
truly should be in Hallmark movie special. Yeah, there's something really great about like them getting Bill Goldberg to play like a badass angry Santa. That
Bill Goldberg is not as scary, not even close to as scary as First of all, the Santa from the Christmas Story.
Respect for
That
myself in
Santa is terrifying.
But I have been watching the movie Neon Demon, which has Elle Fanning in it. It's got my girl Jenna. Jenna, I love you. In
Malone.
it.
Jenna Malone.
Yeah, I know. I love her.
Okay.
So much. She's my favorite. She was like the reason I watched Sucker Punch. Was just because Jenna Malone was in it. I did not give a shit about anybody
She was
else.
supposed to be in Batman versus Superman,
She
and they
was,
cut
and
her
they cut her.
stuff out. It's like, what? Why? She
I
was a
walked
scientist.
in on my parents watching the Hunger Games movies. Yeah, that sounded real weird out of context. I walked in on my parents watching the Hunger Games movies. And I don't like those movies. I wasn't like a big fan of the plot line. I tried to sit through one, just like wasn't into it. Couldn't care less. Damn, making all the fucking noise
Yeah,
over
I
there.
just want my goddamn water. Oh, boom. There it is.
Aha.
Yeah, this honestly, I watched this one time. I had a little bit of a hard time. I have a little bit of a hard time with the artsy fartsy things.
So, you know, I'm a big fan of the artsy fartsy films. And I love a film that is like interestingly lit. There is something to me about a film that uses light in different ways. That's probably why I love the original Suspiria so much and why I hate the new Amazon original Suspiria, because it takes away all of the color.
Yeah, I would say
For
that
it.
visually.
So visually, this movie just like appeased me in so many ways. And there was the whole thing of being able to see Keanu Reeves as a complete scumbag for the first time, that I was just like, the first time I watched it, I was like, wait a minute, there's no way that's Keanu Reeves. And I was like, oh my God, it actually is Keanu Reeves. But there's something really interesting because it's not a topic that you see, I think, a lot of horror deal with, is that high fashion getting into stepping stone. Like, we've seen a little bit dealing with the fashion world, but not to the extent of like what people actually go through trying to get into it. And you have this very young girl who moves to LA and is trying to make her way, and all of the shit that she kind of deals with. And, you know, I don't want to ruin it, but some fucked up shit really goes down. It goes in a direction that you don't expect. And when it ends, you're like, wait a minute.
Right.
What? Like, also the music is great.
I would say that the visual of this distracts me from
What's going on?
what's going on. Yes.
That's fair.
However, I can understand why it's great. Oh, look, there's Keanu. Thank God.
There he is. Yeah, he's like a scummy motel owner.
Yeah.
And he's just like really like just dingy and dirty, and like when he talks, you're like, ugh, I want you to get away from me.
can we
Let's talk about
you want to talk
my
about Jason
favorite.
X again?
No, I got a better one.
Yeah.
Freddy versus Jason.
No.
Yes.
Everybody wants to talk about that, Heather. I want to talk about that every day. I want to talk about Kelly Rowland every day of my life.
Listen. Freddy vs. Jason was that ridiculous
Nobody
movie that no one asked for.
it.
And I sat there and I ate that shit up.
It was
and I was
so
like, this
good.
is the best thing that they could have done for me. Because it just seemed like when they plucked Freddy out of his own universe and plopped him in this new one, he still fit so well in the classic Freddy feel. Like,
Yep.
he still did everything that you fucking expected him to do. I mean, when he comes out of the damn magazine and he's like, got your nose, I was like,
We love that. We love that. And we love
Beautiful.
them. I actually really love this movie and I don't care. Also,
when he comes out of the lake,
Yes.
and the solid wink, when he turns into the weird like caterpillar thing,
Yeah,
Solid.
smoking and shit. Yeah.
smoking and shit,
Yeah.
and he just like
Yeah.
slides over, and the like, they're everything about the way that they handled the characters meshing together in that movie, especially one of my like the scene that actually broke my heart, when Jason is sitting there and the sprinkler pipe gets fucked up and he won't go any further because of the water. And he just becomes
That's
this
like got you in the feels.
oh, when he becomes this just like scared, shaking child, it got me.
It got
I was
you in
like,
the fifis.
and it was like the first time in a while that you were like, you took a step back and you thought about how Jason really came to be, and you were like, holy shit, like this definitely would be probably his reaction. Like you don't really see it as much in the traditional Friday the 13th franchise. You don't really ever see what you would think his relationship with water would be after suffering as a child. And in this movie they were like, no, we're gonna have this moment of him being that scared little boy again. And I was just like, oh.
I like how you looked this deep into it, but I'm just really concerned about Kelly Rowland's trifling ass hair in this movie.
They did her dirty.
They did her so dirty with these red
highlights.
Y'all, if you're still sporting the red highlight, stop.
The chunky red highlight.
Stop doing it.
The chunky red highlight.
Like you
is what
don't have
does
a pop of color. You have a nightmare on your head. That is the real nightmare.
That's the real nightmare, is Kelly Rowland's hair in that movie.
The hair that they chose for Kelly Rowland is the real nightmare.
Cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller, a chud.
What did it mean to you to see that? Did it mean they love me?
Place to look to the past.
Fine mess you made of things again.
This has been a Drop Tent Media production.